Hey everybody, welcome to It Came from Tubi. So, It Came from Tubi is a series we started because we like Tubi, but we noticed they also make original movies. So we decided it was our job to watch them. This week, we go back to high school, Jared. We got to go back to high
No.
school. Everyone's worst nightmare, the high school drama. So it's How to Lose a Popularity Contest. Came out this year, not too long ago. So, and again, the people don't. Well, he looks like he does in the movie, but she doesn't really look like that, does she?
Mm-mm.
No. All right, so the movie starts us off with like naming every. It gives us a good, like, thank you movie for putting everyone's names on screen so I can remember. Look at that coach in the back. He doesn't look too happy.
He's a high school coach.
He's like,
He's like, I should be in college.
he's like, oh, my taxes are due.
And
Oh. So, our main character's name is Ellie, but they call her Max, and we'll find out why in a little bit. Um, and these are the two guys. Nate is the other main character who is at the school dreamboat, I guess. She thinks he's cute. And then his best friend is Charlie, and they call him Streaker. And that is because he has the habit of streaking and he likes it, as one does. All
he's like
right.
Mackie on the Smart Guy. He's like, I can run
Yeah.
around naked. And
Any
then
ex
everyone's like, no one wants that.
any excuse to get naked, yeah. Um, this is this is her current boyfriend. His name is Roland, but he looks like Michael Cera. They just like went back in time and got young Michael Cera and just brought him to the future. That's what he looks like. And we go back, we got to get some flashback on. So we go back to middle school. I think they're like in sixth grade.
Yeah.
And they're learning sex ed. So they're passing out maxi pads and tampons. And of course, Streaker shoves them up his nose, as one does. So that,
If
it,
you're a good if you're a good class clown,
yeah,
you do that.
you have to. It's your responsibility.
It's your right of way.
Rowan turned into a little British child.
Everyone looks exactly the same. Like Streaker and Nate look
Yeah,
like the same person.
they do.
This kid, um, I didn't connect the dots that I was rolling. I was like, what the?
Yeah, he's like a little British kid. So she
He's
asked him,
like, thank you, Ellie, for asking the questions that.
yeah, because I have a sister and I really need to know these things. She's like, you're kind of weird, but okay. He's like a little Harry Potter or something.
He's like that kid from Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. So the pens, Ellie drops her pens, and she goes to pick it up, but then Nate's there, and he's like, "Oh, let me help you," and she's, "Oh, he's a dreamboat."
He it's kind of dumb on her end. I thought she was smart because he's like, is this yours? And like, duh, she's the only one that dropped it.
he dropped.
That's a clue, Ellie.
He dropped it right in front of you. So that actually gave Charlie or Streaker the time to put some ketchup packets on her.
What is that? Oh,
Ketchup
packets.
packets
For a
on her
second, I
chair.
thought it was one of those Lunchable pizza things
Hmm.
because it looks like that nasty like cardboard that they call a crust.
So, he just threw like pizza on
You just
her.
like because there's like this weird love of Italian in this
They love
movie.
pizza. In Italian food. So Ellie, of course, sits on it, and they're like, "Oh, she got a period, ha ha!" Ha." And she's like, "What?" And then they call her Maxie for Maxi Pad. The whole that went down her whole life. Well, till whatever grade they're. Are they seniors? I think they're seniors.
No, they're not because what's her name's a senior, his girlfriend.
Oh, they're younger than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least junior year, I guess. And we get the title "How to Lose." Or how to lose a popularity contest? I thought it was how to win. I'm confused. What was it?
How to lose?
It is how to lose. I thought it was how to win.
No, it's all about losing it.
Okay, so they're growing up again, and Ellie goes to the principal's office, and she wants to get into this program. It's some kind of like college preparatory leadership program or something like that. And is she the principal? I don't think she's the principal, is she? Well, she does everything.
I thought it was like a Mr. Feeney thing where she just followed her.
She's something. Because why would the principal be out in the middle? Usually they're like in this deep office cave.
Mm.
And she's like, because every Tubi movie we've seen, they're always like, you're just missing hard or something. So she tells him, this is a leadership program. You have no leadership. And she's like, what? And she's
She's like,
like,
this is a Tubi movie. You need to learn a lesson.
yeah, she's like, you're like a loner. And she's like, yeah, I don't even remember what part, but she's like, I'm the head of the like robotics club. And she's like, you're the only one in there. So we meet her friend, the lesbians, Aha and Lauren, AJ, Aja,
Aja,
Aja. And they're the lesbians. That's
I liked her. I liked Lauren.
you like Lauren?
Aja was annoying
Yeah, she was really
because her
annoying.
and Rowan have this cool relationship where they're like, "Hey, bro, let's go play some Minecraft."
So the guys have grown up to be. So it's weird because they act like stoners. They don't act like popular kids, but they are
Yeah.
the popular kid. I guess nowadays,
Nowadays, they can be both.
yeah, I guess nowadays the stoners are the popular kids. I
Back in
guess.
your 80s or 90s days, you could only be one thing, Joe. So they have
Yeah,
changed that.
yeah, the stoners are like off to the side wearing like black and leather and stuff and or like I guess in your days it was flannel and
Look like bums.
yeah, it looked like bums and you really didn't talk to the stoners, but these guys are like the popular kids and we prove it
They
because they
always talk to you. They come up to you and they're like, "Hey man, what's up?" And you're like, "I don't know, man. I don't know."
just doing my thing. He's actually on the baseball team. So the lunch ladies make him a pizza or order him a pizza. So they get, and the pizza doesn't look bad, man. They kind of look out with this pizza. And then the nerd kids are like, "That's so unfair. I hate this."
Dude, how is he so fit and a baseball player for eating so much pizza?
Dude,
Every meal, he's eating a pizza or a calzone, we'll see
Calzone,
later.
he expends that energy, man. He works out and stuff.
Needs it.
Streaker doesn't though, because he's not on the baseball team. I don't think.
No.
Um, yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we know you hate it. You've hated him all your life." And she's like, "Because he's stupid." And she's like, "How can he be with her?" And this is
Quinn
Quinn.
Medicine Woman.
She is Nate's girlfriend at the moment.
For a second, I thought it was like a clone or like some kind of um, some kind of like what do you call it? Reincarnation of Julia Stiles or whatever
Yeah.
her name was. I was like, is that her? What the
Does she have a younger sister?
heck?
Um, and she's like super smart. She's the current president of the school body, and yeah, she's trying to get into college. And for some reason, she's with Nate, even though Nate hangs all that around with this guy who's shoving crackers in his mouth. And
To be
she,
fair, Nate likes doing that too.
yeah, Nate does. And she's like, why can't you be serious? So we go back to
She's like,
nerd.
that's oh no, that's later where she says this is so high school, and he's like, we are in high school.
Yeah, about parties. So we go back to the nerd's house and they play D&D, of course.
Of course, if you're a nerd, you do. I
Yeah.
actually hate D&D.
A lot of people do. And then Ellie, of course, is kind of the bossy dungeon master, and so she tells everyone the rules and stuff.
She doesn't even let them be NPCs if they want to be. It's like, whoa,
And Roland's like, I got, well, the girl, what was her name? Lauren. She's like,
Lauren.
hey, don't you have an announcement to make? And he's like, uh.
Poor
So
sweet Rowan.
poor sweet one. So poor Five Below Michael Cera. So he's like, I want to be student body president, and Ellie's like, you stupid fool. There's no way.
Don't be an idiot. You know you'll
Yeah,
lose.
it's a popularity contest. You can never win this,
Poor
Roland.
guy is struck into the heart,
Dude,
dude. Like,
he just like, oh my goodness. He's like starts crying. And he gets up and he's like, I have to leave.
he's like, this is over. I can't
Yeah,
do
I
this
can't
anymore.
do this anymore. He doesn't say what, like their relationship. I don't know. He just can't do this. The
And I
D&D
like when she's
session.
like, you can't, the session just started. You can't just finish.
Yeah, that's against the rule. He's like, I can't do this, and he like walks off. Meanwhile, the popular kids are having a party, and Streaker's like, dude, I gotta get naked, and he's like, yeah, you gotta get naked. So he gets
Go there and be
naked.
nude.
Yeah, and she's like, they go to the
I like Streaker's like weird like C plot where like his dad you find out little clues about his dad because like here he's like, oh, I got so much booze because my dad's out of town. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and then we'll come back to his dad. um, so they look at this tub. They put like all the fish in the tub, but they're too dumb to realize you can't just put
Why did they
fish
have fish? I don't remember.
because they were in the aquarium. But they're like, we want to put the booze in the aquarium.
Uh,
So where do we put the fish? And she's like, well, look up kind of water they need and put them in the bathtub. Well, they didn't look it up. And she's like, you're too stupid to Google water? And he's like, what? So she's like, I didn't want to do this here, but I'm breaking up with you because you can't be serious. And he's like, what? So she leaves. And he's like, he's like, dang it. Uh, this is Ellie's dad. Notice how he's baking. I guess that's the classic alert that he's a single dad.
well, he's a single dad, not out of choice.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah. He's got muffins though.
whenever you see a single,
This time he's got muffins. Later on, he's always baking. I was like,
yeah,
oh.
he's a cooking machine. Whenever you see a dad in an apron, you know he's a single dad. So she like gets mad and leaves, and she goes to this pizza place, and he's there. He orders a calzone, sits next to her. It's weird.
She's got like a salad and a piece of pizza.
Yeah, it's weird. It looks like just a pizza topping on a plate, like the cheese and pepperoni, and that's what she's eating. This lady next to her gets all like upset that they're like talking, so she leaves.
To
And
be
she's
fair, he's eating kind of gross. He's like,
mm, mm.
yeah,
Calzones are gross.
No,
I just like to state that
no,
they're
they're
worthless
good.
and stupid.
They're not worthless.
Stromboli's better.
It's the same thing, just in a tube.
So he's eating this calzone, and he's like, "I'm eating my feelings." Apparently, they say that on Star Trek now. uh, and then they're like, did you have your heart broken tonight? And she's like, yeah, I did. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, you know what would be a good plan? If we got you elected president, that way that would make like your girl think that you were serious, and then it would make Roland all jealous and actually prove my point that he could never get elected. So he'll be so devastated that he comes back to me, and he's like, "That sounds like a lot of work. I'm not gonna do that." So he's like, look at
I'm
that
gonna
kind of
make my current boyfriend dependent on me so he never leaves.
yeah."
And he's like, oh, that's kind of messed up, but okay.
Look at the guy in the background. He's like,
He's
"Whoa,
like, what's going on?
what's her problem?"
He's like,
Uh,
that's a good idea.
so the lesbians are putting on a play, and it's Macbeth in space at the moment
That sounds like something the Muppets would do.
because the annoying girl can't like decide what she wants.
She has vision and it needs to express it, Joseph.
It, it is like something the Muppets would do. So Ellie's like, "Hey, I got a great plan. This is an awesome plan." And they're like, "What?" And then this is where she calls, "Oh, what are you, Lady Macbeth?" And she's like, "I never read that book." She's like, "Oh,
I
maybe
feel
you
like she
should."
would.
I know, being a nerd, you think she would have, but she's more of a science nerd, not a
Oh yeah, because she's like a computer science genius or something like
yeah. And like, you think she wouldn't be into D&D either? She'd be into like Warhammer or something.
that. That would be, that's true. You'd have her tabletop.
She's just
They're
like
like,
painting figures in the. So she goes in and enacts her plan, which involves putting Nate's name down for the competition, and then she like goes around being like, "Oh, you're running for president. You're never gonna beat Nate. Just quit."
you're an
And
unpopular freak.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh,
Oh
okay."
dang, you're right.
So everyone quits except for Roland. So it's Nate and Roland. Quinn like runs up to the mound and right in the middle of him pitching, and she's like, "What do you think you're doing? You're running for president? You're just making fun of me or something?" He's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So he like tracks down Ellie, and he's like, "Whoa, why'd you put my name on the thing? What is that locker? I don't know.
I have no idea.
HMKA Sacklove? What is going on?" So she's like, I think this is a part where so they've changed Macbeth to a western.
And the crew is actually on board. They're like, I like Western Macbeth.
Yeah. And then Ellie's like, "Well, I got this plan." And they're like, "What do you do when he gets elected?" And she's like, "Well, I'll just like plant some evidence that he's a bad kid and they'll expel him and then make Roland the president." And they're like, "Dude, that's so easy." And she's like,
You're kind of evil. And she's
but
like, oh, this is a great plan.
yeah, she says, "This is my plan." And then this ugly horse comes and scares everyone. She runs into the principal again, and that was the part where she was like, I am a leader," and she's like, "No, you're not." She goes home to her dad, who's cooking again. He's got all kinds of good
I think
stuff.
he's making cookies right there.
I thought he was doing the mac and cheese and the
Oh yeah, it was the mac and cheese.
pork chops and
Oh yeah, 'cause she's like,
roll.
why'd you make all this? And he's
Yeah,
like, I
because
cook.
you're grieving
Because
your
he
relationship.
got dumped.
She's like, "I don't care." She tries to call Rolling, but he doesn't answer, avoiding her. So she calls Nate instead. He's like, "Hey, why don't we do this plan of yours?" And she's like, "Okay, we're doing the plan." So she goes in, they're gonna brainstorm, and he's in the auto shop because it's the only place where people,
Because he is both the stoner, the rich kid, and now the
the
rough kid.
yeah, and he goes there because his fans won't go there. So she's like,
He that's
"Okay."
where he meditates on his life.
So she's like, "Okay, let's plan this out." And he's like, "Okay, let me write notes." Or she tells him, "No, you got to write some notes." And he's like, "I don't have a notebook." And she
He's like, I
grabs,
don't know how to write.
yeah, and she grabs his notebook out of his bag, and she's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Don't look at that." So apparently, I thought it was a diary, but it's some drawings.
You can see tried to he tried his first hand at like cross-hatching that first page. That was him learn that you see every step of his development.
So the first thing is like this town hall that they go to, and he announces, he's like,
I don't think this was
"Hey,
town hall yet. I think this was
this is just
up
an
focused on the school, and he's like,
assembly or something." He's like,
yeah.
"Detention sucks." And they're like, "What?" And then this young kid just jumps up and it makes a passionate plea about keeping
He's like, "You're
detention.
a piece of crap. We need detention." And he's like, oh, it's like the best line in here. And he's like, "I went to detention all the time and didn't learn anything or something like." Or he says something, and he's like, "Well, I guess it did its job." And he's like, "Dang
Yeah.
it, you got me, little kid."
But he's like, "No, little kid, I don't learn anything in detention. I just
Mm.
keep going. But
I
what
just
if
lose self-confidence, and I just really feel bad about myself.
But in it, yeah, and then he's like, "What if instead of detention, we just do community
Community
service?"
service.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh,
They're
okay."
like, he's hardcore with his punishment.
And then so they all like, "That's great," and Streaker's and his crew's like, "Yeah, man."
Stringer is very Fortnite. He's a
Yeah,
supportive
he's a
friend.
very supportive friend. And Nate, he drops this bomb. He's like, "I'd like to thank my manager or what is she, her advisor? I can't remember what he calls her, Ellie." And they're like, "Oh!" And Roland's like, "What?"
Poor little guy's like,
And then what was his? Oh,
look at that
Quinn.
guy in the back. He's like, I don't give a crap.
He's like a real kid. Quinn's like, "What? Her?" Look at that.
Look at devastated
He's like
again.
turning green. I don't. All the blood is like got sucked out of his face.
I was gonna
Uh,
say something, but that's rude.
is it rude?
I was like, his neck is like thicker than his head.
Look at him. The principal comes up and she's like, "Dude, I didn't know you were such a leader, man. This is a good job."
A teacher is just swayed like instantly.
I
She's
instantly,
like, "You're putting that idiot in a presidency? Genius."
yeah. So this was the part. I think this is the part where they actually talk about what she's gonna do to Nate after he wins.
Mm.
Yeah, because she's like doing her research, and there's like if he gets caught doing something bad, then he has to give up his presidency to the runner up. So she's like dreaming about him painting a cop car. So it's time to schmooze. So they go to the.
This is the same exact scene as Marcus when he runs for president, smart guy.
They
He
got to
goes to
go to all the
every
club.
table and he's like, "Hey nerds, you like nerd stuff, right?" And he and they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get you all the nerd stuff." And he just promises
Yeah.
every club what they want.
The music club and the like the angry female athlete club and Quinn comes over and she's like, "Dude, I've never seen this side of you. It's kind of sexy." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm sexy." And then Roland comes and he's like, "Oh."
This poor sweet boy is like, "Oh, you're helping him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess." And he's like, "That's cool."
At one part, I can't remember if it's this part or a part before. He's like, "You doing this just to get back at me?" And she's like, "No, everything's about you, Roland."
Yeah, I think it is either this or the next one where
And
they
then
talk.
and then she like tries to flirt, but she's really bad at it.
Oh yeah, because he had a little listening device so she can
Hmm.
feed information into Nate so he can, promise things.
I
But
can't
he could
remember.
hear too, and he's like, "Man, you have no riz.
Yeah,
You're anti-Rizzler."
I can't remember what she says to him. It's something goofy.
She tries to do like their D&D voices at him, and he's like, "What the
Yeah,
hell are you
what are you
saying?"
doing? I'm in principal or president mode right now. So Nate goes to her house because they got a plan again. She's like, "You're late." He's like, "Ugh."
It's one of those like $100 backpacks from Barnes and Noble. I always see him at Barnes and Noble.
"Those?
Yeah.
Really?
It's probably not the same exact brand, but there's one like it with like a little fox.
Those handles look
Dumb?
girly. I don't, I don't
What
know
what
what else
what
to."
use is that?
He's like, "Oh, I gotta take notes again," even though she told him. I mean, he pulls out the same notebook. You think he would have got a new notebook for no? But she's like, "So you like to draw, eh?" And then so she looks at his drawings, and they're all rhinos, and he draws himself as rhinos because he said, like, growing up, his dad was a car dealer. And his dad really wants him to be a car. They want a car dealer dynasty, man. So he doesn't want him to go play baseball or anything. He just wants him to be a good car dealer. Um, when he was young, he'd just draw himself as rhinos and stuff like that. the her dad comes in. He's like, "Hey, it's you. I love you." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm cool." And he's like, "Yeah, we should go to a baseball game."
I'm baking cookies. You know what? He's like, probably.
And then he's like, "Is that your mom?" And she's like, "Yeah." And Tubi, they did it again. It's um. She's like, "Yeah." They talk about Nemo. They talk about.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
She's
about
like,
that.
Finding Nemo was my favorite movie as a kid. So my mom made me a Nemo themed birthday party, and she dressed up as Marlin, and I was supposed to be Nemo, but I didn't like my costume, so I refused to wear it. Then my mom died. Tubi, the, I guess every kid this age just grew up on Nemo. Like that was their
Yes.
impactful death. Like we had Lion
That's,
King.
yeah.
They had Nemo because they remember they did it in the QB of me. They talked about Nemo, and he's like, "Dude, I think your mom is hot." And she's like,
Mm.
"What?" And
She's like,
he's
how
like,
dare you?
and he's like, "Yeah, she looked cool." And then she's like, "Yeah, she was."
They're
So
like, we gotta study these speeches.
they kind of warm up to each other. Okay, next scene, she's like staring at Roland and he's sexy orange eating. Another
I know,
girl's,
why is he just eating an orange?
I don't
Where's the
know.
rest of his meal?
What is in that cup?
Orange juice?
It's all, he's like, I gotta stop turning
It,
green.
and it doesn't look like he's like alone. It looks like he's hyper focused on something.
Because he's like not looking at her. And the lesbians are like, "What? What are you doing?" And she's like, "Beyonce just died." I actually laughed at that one. And she's like, "I'm not staring. What are you staring at?" She looks like she's eating a peanut butter sandwich with a fork.
No, it looks like from this. Yeah, yes. For a second, it looked like chicken nuggets or like.
What's wrong with these kids?
At least she has a meal.
What's in her? That looks like yogurt.
That's also probably juice.
So Streaker comes up and he's like, "Dude, I don't really know you, but you're invited to my party. I
Oh,
never."
he's like, I don't know you, but you're helping Nate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Which again, what a nice
He's
guy.
such a nice guy. He's like, "I'm having a pool party and my dad's being investigated by the FBI." And they're like,
He needs to
"Oh,
get amnesty or whatever,
yeah,
and he's had a real hard time saying that.
yeah."
And
He's out of the country.
I love when he's like, I'd invite you guys, but I don't know you,
Yeah,
so sorry.
so I'm not. So Nate shows up at her house in this weird, like floral diaper thing, and she was
Diaper
like,
thing. It's like a lounge suit.
well, I don't know what you call him. And she was like getting like dressed up for the pool party. He's like, "What are you doing? Why aren't you like wearing a bathing suit or something?" She's like, "Oh, I'll go change." So Nate, man, he is like the Bruce Wayne to the Harvey Dent. He's going all out to support him. He invited all his rich friends for a donor party, and Nate's like, "Dang,
Streaker, man, he just supports.
he's a bro." So,
Oh, hold on. Before we get to this part, he's like, here, have one of these, or drink this to have fun,
offers are a white
and
claw.
gives her a white claw. And she's like, he's like, don't worry, it's more water than alcohol. Which, yes. Later on, she drinks enough of those to get drunk. I was like, hey, that's impossible. It's impossible. I've tried. It's not possible. You
She's a
don't even get buzzed.
girl. She's a girl.
It doesn't matter, Joseph. I don't care who you are.
So she like sees him drinking, and she's like, "Huh, I could use this."
Which again, like I think it's seltzer too. I was like, what party is this? The lamest one?
So yeah, I can use this underage drinking photo to like get him kicked out. But then Quinn comes and interrupts her, and she like grabs a weenie real fast. She's like, "I
She's
got this
just
weenie,"
eating
and
weenies.
she's like, "Why you just got a weenie without buns?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm on a diet.
Keto.
Yeah, I can't have buns." She's like, oh, okay. And she's like, thanks her. She's like, I've never seen him like this. You're so good.
for
Like,
him.
yeah. And she's like, he
She's
used to
like,
be
me
so,
and him together?
yeah. Oh yeah, she gets all offended. And she's like, he was so different. She shows him this video, like a TikTok or something of
He's like
him.
smoking weed on the pot.
Yeah, and but then
And the guy next to him is like, what the heck smells so weird?
yeah, and
And
then
he's like,
he starts spraying this fart spray around, and he's like, oh. So she shows him that, and she's like, ooh, this is perfect. And she's like, what? She's like,
he's like,
yeah.
drugs? That will definitely get him expelled.
Yeah, so she's like, this is perfect. And Quinn's like, what? And she's like, but luckily, oh, there's that fart smell. Luckily, some guy just grabs Quinn and
Throws it in the pool.
he
He's like,
throws her.
cool off.
Yeah, and she throws her phone at Ellie.
Yeah,
Luckily,
oh, also, it looked like that poor guy was struggling to throw her.
he's like, oh.
Because at first he grabs her, I'm like, he's like, it doesn't look that hard, but he's like, and
He's
I
like,
was like,
ah. Maybe he was scared to not hit her head or something. I don't know. But he throws her in the pool. So Ellie takes this time to download the video from her phone to her phone.
okay, how did she do this?
I don't know.
Because I'm assuming it's AirDrop because they probably have iPhones.
Yeah.
But it looks like that. Remember that technology where you like touch the
Yeah, I mean,
phones?
whatever happened to
I don't know, but it looked like that, and I
that?
was like, what the?
Maybe that wasn't safe or something. I don't know. So they're like, "Yeah, have a white claw," and she's like, "I guess I will." And then she drinks it, and she's
White
like,
claws are fun.
"Dude, I'm addicted to white claws."
They're
so,
tasty,
so
but they
she's
don't do anything.
so she starts drinking them all.
And she's got like two. She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, she gets all drunk, and Streaker starts bench pressing her. And then beer pong comes back.
And she's like a master of beer pong.
Again, all girls are better at beer pong than guys. That's what I've learned. So he's like, dude, be on my team, and we'll
Even
be.
though he's a pitcher.
Yeah, I know. And
How is he not carrying the team?
I don't know. And then Streaker's like challenges them.
Look at this
Like,
polite gentleman in the back left.
he's like, is it my turn? Streaker's like, if I beat you guys, I get to get naked. And they're like, okay, what do we win? And he's like,
He's
I
like,
mean,
no, not if he wins. If he loses, he runs around naked.
oh. And they're like, what did we get? And he's like, I don't know, I don't
He's like,
care.
I don't care, whatever you want, I guess.
So he's like, no, you gotta fling the ball like this. You gotta softly hold the ball.
It's like when Benny's teaching Smalls. When he gets to here, just let
Just let
go.
go.
And she's like, yeah, I know. I'm a
I know,
master of
I'm
physics.
actually pretty great at this. So they win, and then they start hugging, and then like, ooh, you're kind of drunk, huh? And she's like, yeah. And then they're about to kiss, and then she starts puking
She's like,
everywhere.
oh.
She pukes like everywhere. 2.5 hours of puking. That would kill her.
I'm not, it's not continuous puking. She's probably like,
No,
"Ugh," and
it's
then
like every second. It just wouldn't stop. So she wakes up all hungover.
she pukes on him, but she just pukes water on him.
Yeah, her dad obviously doesn't care and gives her some
Well,
Gatorade.
she's
So she,
probably like those kids that are that you're like Smalls, where you're like, get into trouble. So he's
yeah,
probably like, yeah, here's some rip.
just drink some rip, fruit splash. She's like, I'm super drunk. She's like, I hope you didn't tell everyone about me throwing up. Why? Everyone saw it. You did it in front of everyone. um, and she's like, I'm super hungover, but we still gotta practice, or we still gotta plan. And he's like, okay. And he's like, he wants to ask her something, but he doesn't. He's like, I gotta tell you something. Never
I
mind.
think I'm in love.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, never mind, I gotta go.
So this is the town hall. And he walks in and she's like, "Oh, you're so pretty." And he's like, "What?" And he's
She's like,
like,
you clean up nice.
"Yeah, pretty presidential." And he's like, "Oh,
She is better at rizzing.
So this time they're asked like how would they improve the
Lunches?
school lunches, and Roland's like, well, start a co-op and make the kids like farm and make other
Oh yeah.
wait on
It,
each other.
and
And
they'll help the lunch ladies, and the
the
lunch ladies
lunch
are like
lady's like, no, we're gonna have to kill this kid. uh, and Stricker. So Nate's like,
Oh,
what? Nate's like, well, instead of lunches, why don't we just order out? Everyone gets to order out, and so some kids like, no, that's the girl.
the
Yeah,
female
the ang-
athlete.
the angry female athlete's like, not everyone can afford it. And Streaker gets over. He's like, hey, rich kids have problems too. My dad is
Is
being,
going to jail,
yeah, and the FBI is after my dad.
and they have a great case on him.
uh, so they go and they're talking, and they're like, dude, you're really into Nate, aren't you? And she's like, what? No, I'm not into him. And she's like, yeah, you are.
Is
She's like, what do I do? I have two guys.
this her friend?
Yeah.
I don't
She's
remember
like,
this.
did Macbeth have two guys? And she's like, why don't you just read Macbeth?
She's like, dude, Macbeth had all the guys.
So Nate goes out to see Quinn hugging some guy.
Oh, earlier when they were breaking up, he's like, "Is it because you're banging some dude?"
Yeah, some
And
college
so
guy.
this dude picks her up, and he's like, "Oh, dang it,
I
I
was
was right."
right. Yeah. He looks like someone, like some teen actor from a Pycon era, but I
The
can't
scene,
place.
just like Julia stuff,
Yeah.
they're dating each other. It's weird.
So more calzones. And he was like, I was right. She just, she wanted a college guy. She's like, did you ask
Are
her or
you
something?
sure about this? And he's
Yeah.
like, "What else could it be?"
So Ellie goes over to his house, and his dad's like, "What the heck is? Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm like helping him get elected." And he's like, "You're stupid. He can never get
This
elected."
guy's like oddly mean.
Yeah, he is. He's like, "My kid's so stupid. He can't get
He's
elected."
all he can do is sell cars, which he's gonna do.
Yeah. And the whole time Nate's watching,
And
goes,
she's like, "You know what? He's great. He's talented, and he's gonna
mm-hmm.
draw for a living."
Yeah, he just needs a chance. And Nate's watching this, and like, yeah, that's
Someone believes in me.
that's my lady. So they go to like the school fest. It's like a fundraiser festival, and Streaker's getting dunked, and he's like, "I miss my dad."
Oh,
Yeah,
Daddy.
yeah, because he's like, "Yeah." So Nate's big idea is let everyone pie him in the face for like five
Which is a
bucks.
good idea. So all the nerds hate him still, have some
Yeah, angry,
leftover anger.
angry female athlete is like,
She gets like 3 pucks. She's like,
yeah.
and he's like, "You feel better?" And she's like, "Yeah, I kind of do."
The kid they threw in the pool hits him.
Oh, yeah. Comes out of nowhere. He's like, I'll take the last pride."
Yeah, he's like, this is for eighth grade or something. And Nate's like really nice to everyone. He's like, yeah, you can hit me with a pie. So he takes his shirt off for
And
Ellie, and
she's like,
Ellie's like,
it's like
whoa.
Dallas and whatever
Yeah.
that guy's name was.
She's like Dallas, but a little less lustier. I mean,
And
Dallas was
a
just like,
little more likable.
yeah, they're both more likable than Dallas and Trayton, I would say.
Yeah. They have learned how to make endearing characters.
Um, so she's not like lusting like Dallas, like tearing off her clothes in the middle of. She's like, she's just like side eyeing him. Um, and he's like, "Hey, I made you something," and he
Have
made
we
her.
gotten to the part where they make fun of each other?
I don't.
Where they like impersonate each other? Where they're like talking about each other.
Yeah, I don't remember when that was. Is this the
Ah.
part?
No, this is when he's just like, "Hey, I made you a comic book."
Yeah, and it's like her story about Nemo and stuff.
Yeah.
And
And he's
so
like, "Time to kiss again."
now they have fun at the festival going down a slide, and they just start cracking up. And he's like, "Well, this is time to kiss," and she's like, "Ah, gotta
She's like,
go."
"I gotta go."
Yeah, I gotta go. And he's like, "What?" So he keeps calling her on the because this is like election day. And he's like calling her, and she's like, "Won't answer."
Okay, so
Uh,
we have passed the part where they do
yeah,
that. Anyway, she's like, because at one point she's like, you have this facade about you or something like that that you just need to get rid of, and what's her name will come back to you. And he's like, facade, and she's like, like, oh, what's up, bro? And he's like, I don't talk like that. And I was like, dude, I thought the same thing when he was just like first started like acting in this movie. I was like, there's no way someone talks like that. But he was like, nah, man, that's me.
On this part, all the staff have left Macbeth because they're tired of this
Because
diva
they're tired of
collector.
this crazy person.
Yeah, so she's like, we're just gonna do everything in a black box and hope for the best. And Ellie's like, "Yeah, I got feelings," so she erases the evidence. She deletes the
She's
evidence.
like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to have two guys. I want Nate or something
Yeah.
like that. And she's like, I could just, I could, no, no. She's like, I could have Rowan back and everything goes back to normal.
Hmm.
And she's like, no, I'm
But do
deleting
I?
this now.
And did she? She's like, do I want normal? It's on the cloud, Jared. So okay, so the girl Lauren was she went to vote, right?
Oh yeah, poor Rowan.
And Roland sees her there, and she for some reason she gets all nervous, and she's like, this was all a plan." She spills Ellie's plan to him. She's like, "This was just Ellie's plan to get you back and stuff like that, and to get Nate." Um, she's gonna get Nate kicked out. He's like, "What?"
Oh, I like he first goes up to her and he's like, "Hey, buddy," and she's like, "Hey," and then like eventually he's like, "Give it to me straight. Are they together?" And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
And he's like, "If our Minecraft server meant anything to you, tell me."
She's like, "They're not together." Yeah, because I forgot he's into Minecraft. He was so into Minecraft, his mom had to ban him.
That's a lot of Minecraft.
It's a lot of Minecraft. So he runs up to Ellie.
That
And
looks like Michael Cera right there.
yeah, he's
I
like,
didn't
"You
believe
did."
it earlier, but
He's like, "You did this."
oh yeah, this is where he's like, "You're a terrible piece of crap."
Yeah, you're evil. He's like, "You're bad." No, he calls her mean. He's like, "You're a
Yeah.
mean person."
Because he's sweet Rowan. He can't say anything like crap. He said, "You're a meanie."
He's like, "You did all this just to prove your point, and you're like evil."
You always try to control everything, but you're wrong and you're mean.
Yeah. And so Nate and him, they have
Have this
respect.
sweet little moment.
Yeah, a little respect for each other because Roland's like, "Hey, I like your plan about community service." So I asked my nana at her nursing home, and she's like, "Yeah, they would love to have random teenagers just come and entertain them." And he's like, "All right."
Then he's like, "You can dance the salsa with my nana anytime."
But then Quinn comes and she's like, "Dude, you gotta know something about Ellie." He's like, "What? How did she find out?"
Because she probably figured out, because you probably have a trace of you
Oh no,
sending
because
that.
she saw what happened in the hallway with Roland when he confronted Ellie. She was there.
This also, she knows that data was transferred from her phone to hers.
So he goes and hides, and he's like, I really thought someone believed in me for once."
That was kind of sad. I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
man, poor little guy."
I know. So she's all sad and crying. So he gets elected in Streaker Band. He's like, "Yes,
That's my friend.
yes, that's my friend."
I get naked for him.
But then Nate gets up and he's like, "This was all a
I
lie."
didn't want to do this. I
I
just
was,
did it for a girl, and then I
yeah,
did it for another girl.
yeah. So he's like, "I gotta do the right thing and let Roland be the champion." And Streaker's like, "What?"
My life is a lie.
He's all heartbroken. First, my dad gets taken by the
Oh, I
FBI,
know, dude. This world's rocked.
and now my best friend gets impeached. Look at that kid laughing at him.
Poor freaking streaker.
It's like the hawk. So she's all devastated, but the principal's like, "Hey, you did a good job, so I'm getting you into that
She,
program." She's like, "Thanks
she
a lot."
feels bad that Nate is like upset with her, but she's not upset that she did bad.
Yeah, she hasn't learned her lesson. Or she doesn't understand that she's evil yet. Um, so Roland is victorious, and now all the babes are like glued to
He
him, and
has all the bays, and he's like, finally, my plan comes together.
they give him pizza, just like serve him pizza, and he's like, "This is great. This is awesome."
He's in heaven.
Who's Steve?
I don't know, but
And
it's
what is
Steve's.
his? That girl? So Roland's living the life with the babes. Then we get that montage, like in the quarterback, where they're all sad, and he's like staring at her. He's like, "I thought you believed in me." He's like, "Why, Ellie?" She's like,
Just shaking his head. He's like,
She's like, scum. But unlike Drayton, who becomes like a laughing stock on the field, Nate lets his hurt empower him, and
yeah,
he becomes
Dre
a
is like a miserable loser when he gets
yeah.
hurt. He improves.
Yeah, he becomes a demon on the mound, man, and he's like striking everyone out.
And
Stupid,
his drawings are getting better because later on we see him like sitting down drawing, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good.
stupid Drayton just becomes a loser and just loses. She reads Macbeth,
Finally, because our friend kept saying, "Read Macbeth."
and she's like, "Lady Macbeth is evil." It's
She's
just
like,
like,
"Dang it!"
was she calling me evil? And
Oh, this is it.
yeah, he's Rhinos. He's
He's
like
like,
a
I'm a sad
cartoonist.
rhino.
He's like a cartoonist, man.
Somehow he knew what he looked like because he's sitting on
He's
those
sitting on
balls.
balls. And then she's like, maybe I'll read this pamphlet for the program I'm going into. You think she would know that? But then she flips it over, and there's like a advertisement for an art program, and she's like, hmm.
Hey, that guy likes art. Oh,
It wouldn't be a Tubi movie without fruit being shredded to pieces. So that's what she's doing, and the dad's like, dude, why don't you just like apologize to people?
he's like, you're not gonna feel better unless you apologize and own up to what you've done.
And she's like, what did I do? She's still not getting it. But then she meets this girl at the program, and they're like going in for the first day or whatever. I don't know what they're
They
doing.
literally had to like copy her and
Yeah.
they like put her in front of her.
She's like, oh, thank you for inventing, what did she do? She like taught her how to code. She did like a program that taught her how to code. She's like, oh, you're so great. I love you. And then she's like, I can't wait to go here because I hate all the high schoolers. They're just so
I hate all the
losers.
idiots.
Yeah, they're stupid and
I
they're
can't wait to be with
losers.
my equals.
Yeah, and then Ellie's like, uh-oh.
Did
Because
you ever try to get to know them?
yeah. She's like, I was the bad guy the whole
And she's like,
time.
oh crap, I'm you. And she's like, what? She's like, I'm evil.
So she leaves. She doesn't go to the program. And while she's walking home from this college, she sees the art club and she's like, dude, I know a guy who'd really be into this, my best friend, but he doesn't have the confidence or something. He's like, I don't need your life story, just take a pamphlet. So she goes to the pizza restaurant because that's all they do. Look, that pizza looks pretty good. And Quinn's there, and we find out that this guy is actually her British cousin that's in from London town and is like she's like showing him around and stuff like that. And Quinn tells her that she lied about her SATs.
She didn't get a perfect score like she thought,
Yeah.
or like everyone thought.
And then this guy's like, "Oh, but you're still pretty good,
That's
man."
a good score.
Yeah. He's like, "You're still awesome." She's like, "Shut up, British guy. This is why
She's
you
like,
lost the
shut
war."
up.
So Ellie orders a pizza and she gives it to Roland. And Roland opens up a sorry apologies, but she
She's
writes it
like,
in D and
you're a
D
good
speech.
guy.
Yeah,
Doesn't admit fault, but she's like, you're a good guy, and I wish you the best.
she writes it in D and D speech, and he's like, yeah.
And he's like, what a loser.
Then it's the last day of school, and all the kids are going nuts, man. They're like, yeah, they're like freaking out. That's not how my last day. It
His
was usually
seniors.
pretty quiet. And he like goes to her locker, and she's like looking at the comic book, smiling, and he's like, "Oh," she's like, "Hey, I got you into this art program," and she's like, "Cause I believe in you," and he's like, "You do?" And she's like, "Yeah."
She's like, they would love to have you. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh, nice. And she's like, because I
You,
love you.
yeah, and you don't have to worry because I won't be there because I'm not going to the program. And he's like, "You're not." She's like, "No."
He's like, why won't you be there?
And then they smooch, and we get an epilogue 4 months and 17 days later.
Why 17?
And we see that Nate has joined the party, and they let the drama queen girl be the dungeon master now.
Which is kind of dumb because they did they not see how bad she runs the
I
drama
know!
department.
They should let Roland do it.
Rowan
He's the president.
or Nate, they could have a new flavor. Just preppy rich guy D&D.
So they're all friends now. And Streaker runs by naked because that's what we were promised the whole movie. So that was the movie. That was how to lose a popularity contest. It was entertaining.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I was entertained the whole time. Like you said, this couple they were a lot more likable than Dallas and Drayton, who you just like kind of wanted bad stuff to happen. Nate was just goofy and he was a stoner jock, and I've never seen that before, but that's what he was. And um,
it felt like a TV show more than a movie.
it did, yeah, it felt like a Disney original.
Yeah.
um, so will we have a sequel where they break up?
Where they team up against Dallas and Dre, and
Yeah,
then
and they
it's
have
like a
to win.
battle.
It's
Yeah.
how to win a popularity contest because they got to beat Dallas and Drayton at becoming the actual president. Because I forgot to say, but the whole time he's like, "President of America?" No, no, you idiot! It's high school. So maybe you're looking to eat something while you're watching this movie. You could try a DiGiorno Supreme Calzone.
I didn't even know they made calzones.
I didn't know either, but calzone sucks, so I don't know why you would do that.
They're delicious and full packed with delicious pizza toppings.
It's terrible.
I thought you were gonna pick the Stouffer's uh
The French bread.
French bread pizzas.
I was gonna do our first frozen pizza, but then I'm like, Nate really likes his calzone, so why doesn't he just microwave? Four sandwiches? They're not sandwiches. They're like empanada, Italian empanadas. um,
I might get those
you gonna
and
try that?
watch the sequel. Huh?
I bet they don't make them anymore. um, but Jared, you know how
Wait, before we go to that, if we ever like super love a movie, we need to give it those old Stouffer's panini sandwiches.
those are good.
Those are amazing, but they got rid of them.
Yeah, the panini sandwich. There was one. Who does it? You think Banquet or something makes them? They're pretty good. Not as good as the Love ones, but still pretty good. Um, so Jared, you know how these 2B movies always somehow have like a Disney connection to them, like an old school Disney.
Are they going to Disneyland?
So, would you believe it if I told you Topanga directed a movie?
Oh my God!
And we're gonna watch it next time. It's called Classmates.
Topanga.
So we'll see how Topanga does in the director's chair. But guys, if
Didn't uh what is his name? Ben Savage direct something?
uh, did he? We'll have to find out.
How,
Um,
why would he find out watching that?
I don't know. Maybe she comes out and says like, my friend Ben also directed a movie.
It's
No, but guys, if you like the bad movies as much as we do, give us a like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff. And come back next time for It Came from Tubi. Bye.